Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the Counseling Center. My name is Valerie. I'll be your counselor for today. Before we begin, do you know anything about confidentiality?
No.
So, if I feel like you're going to harm yourself or harm others, I would have to report it. Do you understand?
Yes.
So I am a counselor who likes to model Gestalt therapy. So Gestalt therapy basically helps a person identify their kind of self-awareness and their feelings right now, and also practice certain exercises. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Okay, so what brought you in today?
So I had plastic surgery over the summer, and my results were not what was expected. So it's pretty much like a botched surgery.
Okay.
And I feel I have all these feelings. So I feel angry and sad and depressed because of how I look. Because I wasn't expecting, to be skinny overnight, like that instant gratification. I knew there was it's a healing process. There's swelling in between. But the surgery was done wrong. Okay. So I had two surgeries. I had my breast and I had a tummy tuck. So I'm happy with like the upper part.
Okay.
It's the stomach part that makes me very upset and sad because I had skin from a major weight loss and I had an expectation. And the expectation was not met. And now I kind of hate myself more than when I did before I got the surgery.
Okay, so I'm hearing that you're feeling angry, sad, and depressed because of the surgery that didn't go so well.
Yes.
Okay. So tell me more about your weight loss experience and the surgery now and what it's been like after.
So about 2 years ago, it'll be 3 years in February. That's coming up. So 2.5 years ago, I decided to get weight loss surgery. I was sitting at 263 pounds.
Okay.
And because obesity is so rampant in my family, on top of the diabetes, the high blood pressure, all the stuff that comes with being big, I didn't have any of that. But I knew that, once you hit a particular age, it kind of goes downhill. So I'm like, I don't want to have none of that diabetes stuff. And I decided that I wanted to go through the process of seeing if I qualified for weight loss surgery. So I qualified. And I got something called the sleeve in February of 2016. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, 2016, and it was the best decision I could have made. I lost a little over 100 pounds.
Congrats.
Thank you. I made it a goal for myself that if I was able to maintain 2 years of a consistent weight, no more than a 15-pound difference, that I would start looking into plastic surgery.
Okay. I
decided to research doctors here because I've heard so many stories about leaving the country. And because I have children, I don't have that big of a luxury to be able to travel and go stay somewhere for a month and come back. And I don't want to die. So I was like, might as well just stay here. If God forbid something happens, I can get seen in any of the hospitals because people who come from other countries, a lot of doctors don't want to touch them if something goes wrong.
Yeah.
So I decided to research. I found a doctor who's in the city who I know of 5 people who've gone to him. So like I'm friends with these people, and they gave fairly good remarks. Some people are not happy with their scars, but everybody heals differently. And I have tattoos, so a tattoo can cover up anything. I did see another doctor before, but I kind of put my faith in this one doctor because of all the people that have gone to him. And I did a consultation in February. So when I made my 2 years, I was like, yay, happy 2 years to me, let me go. And I financed my whole surgery. Okay. So my surgery was $17,500. So the angry part is between surgeries and Ubers back and forth on top of the fajas or the garments and the massages that I have to pay for. I'm pretty much in almost $20,000 debt on a para salary, which is $41,000. I'm half my salary in debt, not including all the other debt. I don't know who I work for anymore. So it's just, you know, I feel sad because I feel like, damn, why did I bother? I should have just stayed with my saggy skin because I knew how to manage that. My confidence has always been in between. I was a confident fat girl. I'm a confident person now. Yeah, everybody has their insecurities, so the skin bothered me. And I'm like, damn, I would like to know what my belly button would look like with all this damn skin. So now it's like I took rolls away for a brand new roll, and I can laugh about it, but honestly, like it really pisses me off because it's not what I paid for. Not only the investment, I didn't have my kids all summer, which is kind of cool because I needed the time to recover, but it was just, the recovery was I was so miserable, and to think that I'm gonna have to repeat it again, it's just a turn off, and it's very like, I'm not happy because I don't wanna have to wear faja forever. It's the only way that I'm like, that I can smooth out, even though I just made 2 months. It takes 3 to 6 months to kind of see. And some people still have swelling 18 months after. So it's just like, you know, you want to be all cute in a cute dress, and then an hour later you look like you're pregnant. I'm like, what was the point? Let me just stay flabby.
Thank God winter's coming, right? We don't have to wear dresses. Okay, so I can definitely understand how that can be really frustrating after spending so much money on a surgery and not getting the results that you want. I know that you mentioned that you have a consultation coming up. What's that gonna look like?
Well, I've been seeing him. I was seeing him for a whole month every 2 weeks because I didn't drain properly. So then I was getting manually. That's another thing. I have to get manually drained. So he's sticking needles to pull out whatever fluid didn't come out. So I'm doing this before work. So I'm actually leaving my house at 5 in the morning to go downtown to meet with him at 6:30 in the morning to go through all that discomfort to Uber and to work. So it's just very like strenuous. He kept saying the massages, we'll see what happens. And then the last time I was there, before this last appointment, there's no fluid. That's just skin. It was just skin. He was like, there's nothing there. I'm like, no, it's blood, clearly now at this point. But when I saw him on Saturday, he's very displeased with how he did his surgery. And he reassures me that it will be fixed, that I will have what I paid for and the body that I want at no cost. It's just, you know, when this is going to happen. It's a little nerve-wracking to have to go under again, even though he says things are done through local anesthesia. He wants to try to lipo the area. And he'll see me in November. So we can discuss that because he says that he might be able to do it before I go on vacation, which is December 22nd.
Okay.
But I told him that I don't want to rush anything either because I don't want to have a complication. I'm still healing from everything. And I don't want to go and get lipo. And it's not for, I'm not being vain. I don't want to be vain. If I wanted to be vain, I would have went somewhere else. But I'm just like, let me heal, figure it out. Because summer, I don't care, we're going into winter now. Summer's around the corner somewhere. And I don't want to start the summer not having the body that I paid for.
How are you feeling now with everything so far?
Very dissatisfied. I can't look in the mirror.
Okay.
It's just like I'm disgusted.
Okay.
And that's a tough pill to swallow. Because I didn't like how I looked before, but now I wasn't disgusted. Now I'm disgusted at how I look. My boobs are fine. But this whole area is just, I don't like it at all.
Does it kind of give you some kind of positivity knowing that this is something that can be fixed?
I don't feel very positive.
Okay.
Because it's like if he messed up the first time, what happens the second time? Because he said if the lipo doesn't put the skin back, then I'm gonna have to get another tummy tuck, and that's time that I need off. I will have to do it during a long break. And the longest break that I get for work is those 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks from transition to summer school into the regular school year, because I work summer, even though it's optional, but I work summer school because it's really good money.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have to wait again, spend a whole summer and have to cover up, like, I feel like a little bit more than what I'm normally used to, because I'm not satisfied with how things look.
So it's difficult kind of trusting that doctor again. I would like to try an exercise if you're up to it. It's called the empty chair exercise. And it's basically, you would tell, like, how you feel, what would you want to tell, how you're feeling to the doctor. So, I know that you've mentioned that you've seen him and you've spoken to him, but have you really expressed how you feel to him?
I've expressed how I feel in like a PC, professional way, because I don't want to be disrespectful, and then I breached something because I signed my life away when I did the surgery, and I read everything too, but I don't remember nothing. So I don't want to treat him badly, because I still want to be able for him to fix me, and not saying that he would be unprofessional and be like, fuck this bitch, like I'm gonna mess her up because she was disrespectful. I don't expect that from him, but he might not, he might just say, if I get a little too crazy, he might just stop at the lipo and be like, I'm not, that's it. If you need another tummy tuck, you're gonna have to pay out of pocket. And being that I have no more, like, I don't have any money, I don't have any more lines of credit to even consider or think about paying for another tummy tuck, which is a good, just that alone, like $8,500.
Wow. Okay. So let's try the exercise. We can use this chair, and I'm gonna give you a few minutes to kind of talk to your doctor and kind of tell him how you really feel without having that kind of cushion that you do when you go to your visits.
I might actually cry.
Okay. Try to, just express yourself.
Yeah.
This is a safe place. Everything we speak about is confidential, so feel free to say whatever you'd like. Go ahead.
Damn, I don't have any tissue. I'm upset.
Okay. Do you want to take a second?
No.
Okay.
Fuck. Sorry, Wally. You fucked up my body.
And I'm super dissatisfied. My entire life, I've hated how I looked because I was bullied. Because I've always been that fat girl. And I've made a goal, and I struggled so much to fix my credit just to get this surgery. And you fucked it up. You made me hate myself more than I have ever hated myself. And I'm going to be 35 years old. And I want you to fix it at all costs, because I didn't pay you to make me look the way I look, or for you to make me feel the way I feel. And I feel so much worse now. I was okay with my excess skin and my rolls because that's the body that I was used to. And the body that I dreamed of, I knew it wasn't going to be perfect. I knew that when I sat down, I was going to have a little roll. And I was okay with that. But you fucked my entire body up. And I'm very, very disappointed, and I'm very angry. Because it took a lot of years and a lot of therapy for me to be comfortable with who I am, to be made uncomfortable again. And I want you to fix it. And you better do a damn good job, because if not, I'm suing the fuck out of you.
Thank you for participating in the exercise. You can take a second to recollect yourself.
I'm glad I'm not wearing like black eyeshadow. I'm gonna get one.
Take your time.
Oh, I do have to show. Oh, what the hell? Okay. Sorry, Miss Valerie.
No, you're fine. Take all the time you need.
Okay,
This is your safe space.
that feels good.
How are you feeling?
I feel better. I carry that anger everywhere.
Okay.
And every time I have to use the bathroom and know that I have a damn faja with a small crotch hole, it reminds me of this whole process and it makes me angry.
Yeah. It could be very. I can understand. I like the fact that you're still managing to keep a smile on your face, and that's a great thing. So you're feeling much better now. Give me a feeling.
Relief?
Relief. Did the exercise? I'm assuming the exercise was helpful. Okay. So since we focus on the here and now, and you were saying your plans are for the summer, tell me more about your plans. And
Well, I have a vacation coming up in December. My dad is really ill. So I think
Okay.
that, like, this will probably be the last holidays I spend with him. So my kids are gonna go. Probably leave them over there in like in a month or something. So I had an expectation of I'm celebrating Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, my birthday, which is New Year's Eve, and New Year's. So I'm having all these great holidays, celebrating my 35th, which is a big, I want it to be something major, and it comes back to I had an expectation of, I might wear that dress or whatever the case may be, and now I'm gonna have to wear a faja, but it's like very hot over there, and I might die with all this compression on because then I won't be able to breathe, or I'm just gonna come back extra skinny. It's just not a bad thing, but I'm hoping I did try on my baby. Like I have a bikini. I did try it on. It looks nice because since it comes up, it hides that roll that was left.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't look bad because I still look flat. The roll's covered. The top is okay. It's medium, but now clearly I'm not a medium anymore. Just everything is out of proportion. My boyfriend's like, you're like an extra large, extra small, and then extra large. I'm like, where am I gonna find a bathing suit like that? Like, it doesn't make sense. But I'm gonna make the best of it. I'm trying to be. I cannot be positive about my stomach. I want to be, but I can't even be happy about the fact that I have a belly button that I can see.
Right.
I'm not happy. I do not like it. The only thing I can say that worked out was my boobs.
Okay.
I like those a lot. They healed really nice. So that's the only positive out of my whole plastic surgery experience was my breast job.
Okay.
Everything else is just like whatever.
Would you mind if we did another exercise?
Am I gonna cry?
I don't know.
No, I don't mind.
You don't mind?
No.
If it's too personal, because a goal of yours is to. I know you're saying that you're not happy, you're not positive. You would want to feel happy and positive. Maybe we won't do the exercise, but if there's something that you can tell that woman in the mirror that you see every day to kind of lift her up, and kind of help you move forward every day. Every day you're a step closer to your new surgery, to your vacation? What's something that you can tell her, like something positive? Some few positive things that you can tell her.
Say something positive. I don't have anything positive to say. I don't like how I look. I avoid the mirror. I mean, I'll look in the mirror when I'm dressed. I won't go undressed, like, at all, because I really, really hate how I look. It's like, I call it the Frankenbelly.
Okay.
And my boyfriend really hates that I refer to my stomach that way, even though we have this awesome relationship where we know and discuss insecurities between us as partners and us separately. He knows I'm having a hard time, like, kind of coping with how I feel and how I look, on top of the debt that I have, trying to pay it back. It's just that it's a very shitty feeling knowing that I was more comfortable with my skin. Like, I was comfortable, I learned to be comfortable in my skin, and now all that is undone because I want it to look a certain way, and now I don't. And it's a shame. It's a shame that I have to be uncomfortable again, and that I feel very ugly.
Okay. I know that you mentioned your boyfriend. How does he play a role in everything when you say something negative about yourself? What does that look like?
He's very supportive. He tries to uplift me as much as he can. So when I'm very self-critical, not only with how I look, but just with how I'm doing, in school, with how I'm parenting, I'm very critical. I'm very hard on myself. He's there to remind me that I've come a long way from what I've told him, in terms of my past and my growth, to us being a year and a half together, and how much I've grown in that year, because we all grow. So, but he tells me that I'm the most beautiful woman in the world, that I was the most beautiful woman in the world when he met me, and my body was completely different when he met me. I was a lot, slimmer. I had nothing, no boobs, no butt, nothing, and he still loved me. And we wouldn't joke about my body, but he knew that when it came to my breasts, I'd call them flapjacks because they were gone. So then he would refer to them as flapjacks as well. But he tries, and he reminds me that every day I look different, and that every day I look better, and that it's a journey and a process. And even though I'm not happy with how I look because the surgery wasn't done correctly, that there's still change, and that every day I look better. And he's like that. He loves how I look. He's like, every day you look more beautiful, you're more shapely, and that I shouldn't be so hard on myself. But he can tell me all these things, and it kind of makes me feel bad because I don't feel like I'm validating him. It doesn't change my opinion of me. He can sit there all day long and tell me how beautiful I am, but I don't feel it.
Okay. I can understand that. So, you mentioned that you couldn't say, it was difficult for you to say something positive about yourself because of the journey that you've been through. And you also mentioned that your boyfriend is a great support for you, and he lifts you up when you're not feeling so great about yourself.
Yeah, he does. He tries. I guess I can look back at my journey, and it is positive because I have come such a long way. Not just physically, because it's not all about looks, but just the whole growth from where I was when I was married to where I'm at now. And it's been 6 years since I've separated from my ex. Just the overall growth as a partner, as a person, and even as a mom. Like I can look at those and be positive about it. I guess those are things to be positive about, but like the main focus right now is just how I look on the outside. I don't care about how I am on the inside. It's how I look on the outside that's bothering me. I'm comfortable with my inside, but I'm not comfortable with my outside, and it just every day I have to deal with that every day, and it's a shitty ass feeling to go from being okay looking in the mirror with saggy everything. To just looking in the mirror and just saying, hey, you got a nice rack. That's pretty much all I can say. And it's not enough. Not until whatever it is, gets fixed. And that's also makes me a little nervous, having to think about going through anesthesia again and pain. And now I have my kids, so it's not like, the universe kind of like aligns for me, where one child went to Puerto Rico the whole summer, and then my twins went to Connecticut with their father for the whole summer. So I was able to have some recuperation alone. But now it's not so different. And, well, now it is very different, because now if I have to get something done, I'm not going to have that downtime and that quiet. Because my kids are, they're annoying. They're not going to let me recuperate the way that I'm supposed to. So
in what way?
Are they annoying? They're busy. They're also disabled. So they're very, very all over the place. They're little. My twins just turned 8. And my oldest is 10. He'll be 11 in February. And my oldest he's the challenge. He's a very big challenge. And he takes me there. He takes me to those places where I'm like, ACS today, police tomorrow, like where are we going? But I don't know. I think hopefully when the time comes, like things maybe they'll mature. I don't know.
Well, we spoke about a lot of things during the session, and I just want to, thank you for opening yourself up, participating in the exercise, which I'm sure was, you got emotional, and I thank you for going there and bringing yourself back, and becoming aware of what you were feeling and aware of the situation and everything else. For our next session, maybe a little homework, thinking about, positive things that are going on, even if it's not with yourself, your surroundings, your children, things that make you happy. And we can kind of reconvene our next session and begin there. And then I know you mentioned your kids a few times. That's also on the radar, and kind of talking more about that. And but first and importantly is, preparing you for the surgery coming up. What's it going to look like? How are you going to feel? What, your self-awareness for that situation. So what do you think?
I won't really know until November.
Okay.
To find out when things will be planned, even though he said we would try to do it before I go on vacation.
Okay.
But I also heard that lipo hurts a lot. I don't know if I want to get lipo and then, I'm not going to enjoy myself in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
So I don't,
Okay.
It's just like up in the air. But, I guess when we get down that line,
Okay.
I'll definitely, let you know.
Perfect. So we'll reconvene next week. Definitely looking forward to those positive
Yes.
things that you've been thinking about and saying. And I'll see you next week.
Okay, Miss Valerie. Thank you.
Thank you for coming in.